When I first read the Bible, probably was a couple years ago, what I would do is I would get up every morning and well, the first time I read it, it probably wouldn't just be it every morning. I just actually every day I had a strategy about how I was gonna read it. Well, let me start by saying, well, before that, like I said, probably 2 years ago, I read the entire book of the Bible. Before that, I would always, let me break it down. I grew up in church, like, you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised in church all the way until it was like, until I got old enough to where I could tell my mom I was going outside today and I wasn't going to church with her. So until I got up to that age, I was always in church, like, Mom. But, so, I was in Bible study, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Bible study, really didn't pay attention too much. Like, when we was children, though, like, we had to recite we had to say each book of the Bible, like, each, like Genesis, Exodus, we had to name them all, like, in order, at an early age. I can't do that no more, but that's how I started off. You know what I'm saying? In church, as a kid, you used to have to name all the books in the Bible, like you had to be able to call them all. Like, you almost reciting your speech, like, so you have to memorize it, like. So when I was very young, I was able to do that, but anyway, like, I was just getting at is, like, up in later on in life, when I sat down and took it upon myself to just see what was all detailed in the Bible. And like I'm saying is, I always, like, probably would, you open the Bible and then you just start off anywhere in the Bible and then you just read something. And that wasn't never a good way for me to approach it, because then you just reading scriptures, or you just, you know what I'm saying, you wind up in the middle of it or halfway through it. You just never know where you're really around at it. You're just going from one place to another. So what I did was I just sat there and told myself, like, I'm just gonna start from the first page. Like, and I just went page by page. But another thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't read 2-3 pages and then stop and then pick it up. I didn't want to approach it like that neither. So what I did was I just read one page every day. Before you know it, it could be 400, 300 to 400 pages in there, or however many pages in there, however long it took me, however many days, but I would actually, until I flipped the page, so I would read 2 pages a day, because, the Bible is open, so you read the page, and you read the page, and then you flip it. So once I turn the page, I would put my little marker in there, and then I'll stop. So I'll read two pages every day. Like I said, until you turn the page. Anyway, I went all the way through it, like, it was a routine thing. Before I knew it, I didn't even time myself or nothing. Before I knew it, I was just at the end of the Bible. And then I was so used to doing that every day. After so many months went past, I was just like, I actually had like 2 Bibles that was like probably sitting on my that was sitting by my bed or something. So I just in another Bible, and one of the other Bibles was I think my older cousin had gave it to me or something a while ago. She probably thought I didn't have a Bible or something. She gave it to me, so I was like, I'm gonna read that Bible, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna, because I was so used to reading it, and I kind of started missing reading it, so I just picked up the Bible and started reading it again. The same approach, you know what I'm saying, each day. But at that time, on this time, like I said, every morning I would read it. This time I would read it every time in the morning. As soon as I wake up, first thing I would do before I would do anything else, I would get in the word. Like I would just read my 2 pages. I would knock them out before I do anything else. That would be the first. That's how I would start my day. So I would start my day like that, by picking up the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And then I start saying a small prayer and shit after I would finish reading my little 2 pages. Then, you know, I would go on about my day, you know, exercise or whatever I do in my day. I would start it that way, you know what I'm saying? Have me think I would have a good start to my day. But anyway, but this is what I want to just mention is that this time that I actually read it, I guess it was at the best and right time in my life to read it, because I understood it a lot more. Like I never understood it. I never understood it how I understand it. Like, and I still don't have a total good understanding of everything, but I just understand it a whole lot more. Like it teach me so much more now, because I don't know. That's why I'm just mentioning this, because I think it gotta be the right time in a person's life. Like if I recommend anyone else to do it, I mean, if it's that time in your life, like everything, what I'm getting at also, everything is in there. Like the instructions about life. That's what I'm saying. I understood it so much more, because the instructions of life is in black and white print. It's in the Bible. Like all of, not only God's laws, like I think I've been spoken and mentioned that, but way beyond the laws, just life in general. Like, but that's why I'm saying I think it's a right time to read that in a person's life, because I understand it so much more, because I'm wiser now. I don't think I never would have grasped hold of a lot of the concepts that's in there. Like back in the days, I probably wouldn't grasp the concepts because I just wasn't wise enough to know. And now that I've lived a little bit, I see certain things in life, and I'll be like, oh, okay, so that's why that happened. Now that I'm reading it in the Bible, because it's saying it. Like, so anyway, long story short, man, I advise anybody that wanna, you know what I'm saying, wanna just learn further about life and getting that good book, man. That's I see why they say, man, that's one of the best. I mean, that's the best book on the face of the earth, man. Like, you know, like I say, that's the first one I go to, like as far as resources and referrals to, and I think I could always date back to it. I don't care how many times a person read it. I think I think I might run through it about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know, because like I said, it's a habit of mine now that I just go to that, like just to read through, like so I can see myself continuing reading through. Like, I don't know until I just probably I don't know. I ain't gonna speak on the future like that, but like when it's just a habit that I'm in, and the more you read it, you go over a few things, you just learn more and more. Anyway, long story short, man, like I was saying though, about the book of the Bible, man, you know, pick that thing up if you get a chance, you know, teach you some real good game, you know, to the gangsters, you know, to church people, you know, from the killers to the crack dealers, man, you know, we all gotta get into that word, you know, and see what it say, man, especially for the kids, you know. Holla at the boy, Shoreview Shan, man, you know, I'm just speaking on it. San Francisco, you know, Northern California, West Coast, Bay Area, 415, you know, it's the movement, man. California boy, too. California boy all day is where I play. Holla at me though, Shoreview Shan and Ghost, www.won'tstarrecords.com, man. Y'all go get them mixtapes, they all free. I got about 70 songs on there for free for y'all, man. Go get that, download that. Tell your girlfriend to download that too, bruh. Don't be hating on the player, man. Tell your girlfriend to download that. I'm out. Woo!